Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This week we are going to focus on the Magical Meadow Suite, which includes the Magical Meadow stamps and the Magical Meadow dies. These are the dies. We won't be using them on this card, but there's the dies. And the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. I've got a reel on that coming tomorrow. But this is the card we're going to make. This is just a little bit busy. I had, I think, too much going on here. So we're going to do it just a little bit differently in the video, kind of free up some space. And I'm going to move the thank you up. So let's get started. What do I have? I've got a Moody Mauve card base. I've got a 5 1/4 by 4 of the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. And then I've got a piece that is 4 1/4 by 3 of the Moody Mauve, sorry. And then I've got a piece that's 5 by 2 1/2 in basic white that is going to go over top. So I'll leave those just off to the side there so that you have the dimensions. And then we are going to go ahead and build our card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the thank you, which is from the Good Feelings stamp set. And I'm going to do that in the Moody Mauve. And so we're going to stamp that. And I wanted to stamp it just a little bit higher up this time. So I'm sorry, I'm going to pull the paper a little bit closer to me so I can see. Because with the light shining on for the video, I can't always see exactly where I'm stamping. So there we go. And you can see the difference in the ink color. This is really quite dark when it's wet, and the color comes true to the paper when you are finished, or when it dries. So I'm going to take the berries and I'm going to just come in like that, and I'm going to put a little bit at the top there, and I might just pop one down there like that. So the berries are really neat. They've kind of got they're I don't think these are not distinctive dies, but they do have a lot of color variations in them. I'm going to take the leaves. I'm going to use shaded spruce to do the leaves, and I'm just going to come in like this, and then I'm going to come in at the top like that. So a little bit plain, but significantly quieter than the sample card. And I'm just going to wipe my hand because I just put my thumb in the ink. I've gone quite a few videos now without putting my finger in the ink, so that's pretty good. So, okay. So we've got that done now. I'm going to take some of the jute cord. And what I did is I cut a length of it off, and I split it out. I just pulled the strands apart, so I had this single piece. I'm going to just pop a little bit of adhesive on the back here, maybe a little higher up. This piece will be stuck down to the Moody Mauve. So I'm just going to stick the end in, and I'm just going to wrap it. And I'm going to leave a short piece so that I have something to tie. I'm going to make a little, just a knot on the front. But before I do that, I'm going to adhere this to my piece of 4 1/4 by 3 Moody Mauve. So I'm going to put adhesive, but I'm not going to put it all the way at the top and all the way at the bottom, because this is longer than the piece in behind. Now I did see this in the catalog, this kind of shadowing with a separate color. So we've got that. Now I've done that, I'm going to tie this. I'm just going to do just a straight knot. We're not even going to attempt a bow with this shorter piece of jute. So I really like the jute, but it's quite bulky. So by tearing it out into its individual strands, it's much easier to put on a card. So I'm going to adhere the 5 1/4 by 4 to the front of the card. like this. And as usual, we line it up so that we're kind of equal on these 3 sides here, and then we drop it down. And I'm dimensionalizing this. So we're going to pop a couple of dimensionals on. So, and I am continuing with this series per week. On Friday's video, I asked people at the end of the video if they preferred to see a different stamp set each time or the same stamp set for a week with 4 different videos on it. And overwhelmingly, 100% of the people who responded said they love seeing different ideas with the same stamp set. So that is what I'm going to continue doing. So thank you so much for everyone who responded. The feedback was really positive, and I'm really pleased. So this is the card we've made. This is the other one. I much prefer this one. It might be a little too quiet, but it really allows the greeting to kind of stand out, and it doesn't overwhelm the background of the card. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.